Well, it's probably one of the easiest segues I've ever had. From the literary arts to the Ottawa Public Library, where you can find many of the best books in the entire world. And they have wonderful programming. And they have some programming coming up centered around Mental Health Week, which kicks off next week. And I am joined by Tristene Villanyi Bokor. She's a librarian at the Ottawa Public Library. Welcome to the show, Tristene. Wonderful to have you here. Let's talk about, this decision of the Ottawa Public Library to do something around that conversation of mental health. Why was this so important to the Ottawa Public Library?
We just wanted to give our customers an opportunity to discuss mental health in a positive, open manner.
So, you've centered your programming around mental health. You've got some wonderful workshops. Tell us a little bit about the workshops. And what I love about them, Tristene, is you're really catering to all age groups, which I think is extremely important, especially during this time.
Absolutely. So we have programming for older adults, for adults, and for teens. And you'll find all our programming on topics about mindfulness, about stress and stress reduction, meditation, and just tools to tackle some, difficult stuff when your mental health is on the rocks, or just even to prevent anything in the future.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because oftentimes, we talk certainly about, mental illness and the struggles that people have with, various things like depression and anxiety. But prevention, obviously, an important part of your programming. The decision behind that is fairly obvious, but I think it really caters to how a lot of people have felt over the last 2 years, Tristene. I mean, have you, even just your own conversations around your own circle of friends and family, are those conversations you're having as well?
Absolutely. So for the past 2 years, we've all endured quite a bit, and especially this city in the last year, there's been a lot of challenges that we face. So it's sort of timely that Canadian Mental Health Week is next week, and we have the opportunity to connect with local healthcare professionals and offer customers the tools that they may need to continue on or start their mental health journey.
Tristene, who's putting on these workshops at the Ottawa Public Library?
So we're working with a local group called YouthNet.
Okay.
They'll be doing our teen programming, and we're working with a local social worker who's also doing the programming for adults and older adults.
Throughout the pandemic, obviously, with lockdowns and so forth, we've seen, places like the Ottawa Public Library having to shut down and reopen. I imagine you're open full. Have you seen a growth in people coming back to the library? What's it been like over the last few weeks?
It's definitely changing, and we are seeing people coming back. So that's really great.
Ongoing programming outside of Mental Health Week, Tristene, what can people expect when they come into their local Ottawa Public Library nowadays?
So we're going to have some of the typical old school, really popular stuff like our story times and our baby times. We're hoping to have our book clubs back and some of the popular programming that you grow to love and expect from the Ottawa Public Library.
Have you got plans for any summer programming coming up? Any summer camps for youth?
Oh, absolutely. Summer Reading Club is well on its way, prepping for that. And so there's going to be a lot happening in our branches and virtually as well. So keep an eye on our website for details.
For those that don't have a membership, I mean, I have a membership. We have a family membership to the Ottawa Public Library. But just give people an idea of the benefits of going to. We all think that we get all of our information now online, and of course, online is available at the Ottawa Public Library, which is great. But just some of the benefits of using your local library, Tristene.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's actually quite easy and quick to register. If you don't have a library card, you can actually start the process online. But if not, you can go into one of our 33 branches in Ottawa with a piece of ID and start using your card that day. So we have access to online resources, anything from online magazines, newspapers. We have a bunch of databases. Obviously, within the brick and mortar branches, we have books, we have video games. Even at some of our locations, you're going to find cool stuff like musical instrument, you can borrow those, or go and check out a 3D printer that we have in the Nepean Center Point. So you never know what you're going to find in the library, not just books.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks so much for joining us, Tristene. Really appreciate it. Again, a reminder, they have that great mental health programming happening all week long. And to tell you as well, we're going to be concentrating on Mental Health Week throughout the entire week. Some great content for you. Some local mental health advocates and champions will be joining us on the show. And Michael Landsberg, former host of Off the Record, will be joining us on Monday to help us kick off Mental Health Week. He'll be sharing his personal story of struggling with mental illness. Don't go away. We'll be back with more right after this.